Hello, everybody. This is Tulio Lopez here, your communication architect. But today I'm wearing a different hat. I'm coming to you as an executive officer of Professional Speakers Association in Spain. And I have a very special guest with me today. She is not only gorgeous outside, but inside. And she is a keynote speaker and mindset coach, event organizer, host, facilitator, virtual moderator, and also the face of the Virtual Speaker Association, and much more, which I allow her to tell us a little bit about her. Olga, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Tulia. Well, I think you said it all, to be honest. That's exactly what I am. Multitasking, many hats wearing, just like everybody else in the world. Sometimes people think you should be doing only one thing and this is it in life. And I always say my life will be very boring. Because I do like variety and I do like different things, and they all feed each other. The most important thing, that the line, the underlining thing, which is connecting everything what I do, which is transformation and change, right? Mm-hmm. It is coming through my mindset coaching. It is coming through my speaking. It is coming through my couples retreat, which I organize for couples. It is coming through my courses. It is coming through my masterminds and everything I do, right? It really is about transforming and changing people's lives. So that's what I do, apart of traveling and taking photos.
That's awesome. And it's such an important position to be there serving others, but also helping them to move one step ahead from where they are right now, and a transformational person, and helping others to transform. And previous recording the video, we were talking and you mentioned to me that about the speaking in your career, the speaking title in your career right now, that you in fact have been in front of people helping them to transform, but you never really consider yourself a speaker until one day you consider yourself a speaker. Can you just share with others watching this now what happened there?
Of course, absolutely. Well, just like I mentioned early on, everything in my life feeds each other. So when I was doing coaching for my clients, at some point they started asking me to deliver some training and workshops for their teams. This is what I started doing, and there was demand. So I did that. They asked me for another type of workshop. I created that. So pretty much all my workshops actually were always created on demand. I have never created something because out of a blue. And then years later, probably about 3 years later, somebody asked me, well, could you please also come and do motivational talk? It was around about Christmas. I was like, I'm not a speaker. Why would you want me to come and deliver a talk? I'm like, yes, you are. You are coming to my organization to deliver workshops. So who are you then if not a speaker? And this was the first time when I realized, actually, yes, I was in front of the audience. I was working with them and for them, for my client, and I was getting paid. So that makes me a speaker. But I never really realized that, because it was never as a goal for me. It was never as a target for me. It was just there because I was asked to deliver something, and I did, and I enjoyed that. And I really enjoyed working with the audience. But again, it has never crossed my mind that that is called speaking business, and training and workshops are just part of a speaking business. So I'm quite happy to carry the title since then. But until then, I did not even realize that that's what I supposed to maybe even refer to myself. It was always, yeah, coaching, this is what I do, and I can help your organization if you want me to work on something specific. This is it.
Interesting. And then the next step is professional speaker. So what would be this next step to be, then you say, okay, now I realize that my voice has a different power in this context. And when do you call yourself a professional speaker?
So in the beginning, of course, I didn't, because I didn't believe I was professional enough looking at other speakers who were like speaking there for 20 years or for 30 years. I thought, geez, I haven't even lived for that long. So how can I call myself professional speaker? But the point that really changed my mind was when somebody said to me, you are not professional speaker for as long as you don't charge for your services, whether it is training, workshops, or keynotes. But when you charge for that, that means you're a professional speaker. Because in my own head, professional meant perfect. That's what I thought. To be professional, you must be perfect. And since I was quite a perfectionist back then, that means never. Because when are you perfect? Never, right? So
and I'm just say I have to see back then that you were a perfectionist back then, that you don't think that way anymore. Just saying.
Very true. Yes, absolutely. Well, actually, when I go back then, if I look at some of my very, very old videos, I cringe a little bit because my English is not the same as it is now. And the whole thing is slightly different. So, you know, I was all into perfection, right? So for me, professional meant perfection until the day then somebody said to me, well, no, you're not professional for as long as you don't charge. But the minute you start getting monetary value, rather just exchange of services or something else, the minute you get money for your presenting, that means you're professional. So since then I was like, well, that means I was professional before I even start calling myself a speaker. So that was a moment, right? But again, I think it doesn't really make a difference. I haven't seen anybody like a mechanic, for example, saying to themselves, to other people, I'm a professional mechanic, because you don't do it. And I think whenever we are referring to ourselves as professional speakers, it's just rubbing our ego, nothing else. Because you don't say, oh, he's a professional doctor, and this is not professional doctor. This is professional teacher for sure, and this is not. No, they are not. They're just teachers. They're not just because I'm under money. No, I'm saying just teacher is a word, right? They're just mechanics. They're just doctors, and they don't refer to themselves as professional. So why do we speakers do that? Come on.
It's a very interesting point. And but in these, I want to mention one quote that Andrew Bryant, our president of Professional Speakers Association in Spain, uses, and I repeat because I find it very interesting to give the other people, the professionals out there, the understanding on the importance of working in your communication is speaking skills, which he says something like that. You don't need to be a professional speaker, but you need to be a professional who can speak professionally, in the sense that you have to have a good polished message when you are in front of people. And that, I go back to what you said when you said that you didn't have the understanding of seeing, like you didn't think about yourself as a professional speaker. However, others saw you as a speaker, a professional speaker. But it's important to say here, I believe, that because you were already professional in your way of communicating your message, this is also why others saw you, because what I don't want is the people out there think like, oh, okay, I don't care. I just go there and put the speaker in my profile just because I've been talking there in the little corner with people, and that's fine. So I can sell myself as a speaker. And it's not the way to go for the ones that are listening there. And my next question to you would be, then you joined Professional Speakers Association. Why?
That's a good question. Why? Because back then I was told so. That's important to do. And I didn't check. I didn't double check. I remember Steve Judge. He was the one who actually suggested me to join the Professional Speaker Association in the UK. With him together, we were actually co-hosting an event. It was back then, many years ago. And when he asked me, am I a member of any professional association? I said, no. Like, what do you mean professional speaking association? Never heard of them. Like many other people, right? When they joined for the first time. Yeah. And he explained to me what it was. He said, well, just come along and see for yourself if you like it. And I was always kind of a person who likes community, who likes to have a tribe, who likes to have regular meetings and have the coffee chats and all that. I grew up, as I always say, personally, as a persona who I am now, on personal development events. So I'm a big fan of gatherings, right? So when I came for the first time, I signed up the same day. I was like, I'm done. Yeah, I love this tribe. It's amazing. Yeah, they're supportive. They're great. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
To be surrounded,
Pardon?
To be surrounded with the people that are doing similar things and ahead of you, and you can, ahead of you, the same level you, behind you, but there where you can communicate at that level and to learn, to keep growing. And that's amazing. And I know also you were in the front role there of the Virtual Speaker Association as well, creating events and getting people together. And then you joined Professional Speaker Association in Spain. Why?
Because Andrew told me so.
So it's Andrew.
It's Andrew's fault. It's Andrew's fault.
Thank you, Andrew. You're hearing this. Thank you for getting her. We want more of her in our association.
That's true. Well, we actually had a conversation with Andrew, and it all made sense when he said it to me. Because Olga, I noticed you spend quite a lot of time in Spain. Why you haven't still joined PSA Spain? And I said, I had no clue there is PSA Spain. Otherwise, I would join a long time ago. He said, okay, I'll send you details. I said, okay, I'm coming. Again, we have to look at these stuff such as you will either go, let's say, to a club. You go to a nightclub and you spend some money and you dance, you sweat, and you go home, right? You had a good time, yeah, but nothing really happened in your life as a result, right? But you still spend some money. When you come and invest in yourself in terms of association, right? You join the club of people who are dancing with you in life, right? But you rub the shoulders with each other. You learn from each other. I know any country I'll go to, for example, soon I'll be in Barcelona. Guess what? I'll be meeting with you guys, right? Because I'm coming to Barcelona, right? When I was in Singapore, I met people from Singapore, right? Speakers who were living in Singapore. This is actually how I know Andrew Bryant all the way when he was living in Singapore, right? Because I was already a member of PSA, and then Andy Lopata very kindly introduced me to Andrew, who was still living in Singapore at the time when I was there, right? And that's the power of these associations. Many people say you join because, oh, maybe you will get some speaking gigs. No, that's not the place where you will get speaking gigs. This is the place where you will build relationships. This is the place where you will meet like-minded people. This is the place where you have fun with these people, no matter what conference you'll meet at, no matter what country, no matter what city you're in, you'll meet somebody from these associations, and you know you will have really good and meaningful conversation. And this is what matters to me.
Absolutely amazing. The network, the sharing, the growing together, the holding hands. And Olga, you have been into many professional speakers conventions globally. And you know, we are having our very first one in Barcelona in November, and you are coming.
Yes.
Tell the people listen to this why they should come, because the benefits they get by being in such an environment.
A part of getting some suntan on the beach, okay, that's important.
Some good tapas.
And good tapas, you'll be able to meet incredible people, truly incredible. I have heard of the lineup, and I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous because you really do have already a fantastic lineup of speakers from whom, whether speakers or coaches or presenters, can learn. It doesn't matter what you do in life. You still can come and learn. But most importantly, you don't have to even be a speaker. Why? Because where else can you go in and meet people who are positive, who are ambitious, who are there to inspire and help and educate and transform other people's lives? At Speaking Association event, right? So if you really want to just get more positivity, get more inspiration, meet new people, and just get your life to the next level, come along. Because you will discover your own inner superpower as a result of listening to the speakers and speaking to other people at the event.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for this conversation. And I'm so looking forward to meeting you in person in November.
Me too, likewise. And to give you a big squashy hug because we can.
Yes. Okay. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Bye.
See you there. Bye.